Masculinity is rapidly fading in today's society. Nowadays, all men are so exhausted and dejected that discovering one who isn't exhausted or dead inside is like discovering a four-leaf clover. I'm not sure what's driving this pandemic of weakness in guys just yet. Perhaps it's because the internet makes it simple to access visual stimuli. The idea that masculinity is poisonous and quote-unquote dangerous for males is one of the many strategies society uses to undermine it. One thing is beyond question, regardless of the cause. Due to the abundance of gorgeous women in society, and as mentioned earlier, a lack of strong attractive men, the masculine-feminine balance in society has been greatly disrupted. Nowadays, so many guys have let their desires rule them. I blame the quick and simple access to stimulation, but that isn't the topic of this conversation. Returning to the subject at hand, there are many men who would immediately fall in love if a woman asked them to, guys who would sell their souls in order to fulfill their deepest wishes. While many women enjoy being surrounded by guys who will cater to their every whim, there are also many respectable and attractive women who are on the lookout for a charismatic, traditionally masculine man. A man who is not enslaved by his instincts and has control over them. Consider things from a female perspective if you can. Imagine a lady who is attractive and smart seeking a man who is on par with or even better than her. She starts seeking for a man who fits that description, but all she finds are men who are so exhausted and done with life that the thought of dating and being in a relationship irritates her. Everywhere she turns, she sees guys who are merely mindless slaves to their desires and have no control over them. Even if she does find a man who meets all of her criteria, she will still have to work for him. Because he might not share her opinion of him just because she does. Not to mention the rivalry she'll face from other females who have their sights set on the same guy. These factors force the majority of women to just close off and put up the highest level of defenses. Before I go any further, let me be clear that I don't intend for you to entirely suppress your urges and live a celibate life like a monk or something. No, I don't mean that at all. Women find that to be equally unappealing. Practice seed retention, which is both my advice as well as the topic of this video. Your body will begin to have an overflow of energy that was previously being released without purpose when you begin to practice seed retention. Your masculinity will start to improve when your levels of testosterone, often known as the male hormone, rise to new levels. You'll start to sense an increase in self-assurance. You will be better able to concentrate on your desires and goals as this energy within you grows. You'll be more disciplined and in control of your emotions if you practice seed retention. You will find it simpler to control all other emotions like anger, resentment, etc. as you gain control over your primal drives and needs. It will be a lot simpler to deal with all of these unpleasant feelings. Additionally, seed retention will give you the alluring magnetic atmosphere that attracts women. Women nearby will be able to see that you're different from other men who approach them like sheep because of the aura you'll start to emit. And since you won't be the one orbiting her, she will orbit you instead. Isn't that a fundamental law on which the whole universe works? The one with the greater pull makes the one with the weaker pull orbit around them. She will be even more drawn to you because you practice seed retention and concentrate more on your objectives and goals rather than being locked inside like a mindless slave. Why? Because women are biologically more drawn to ambitious and purposeful guys. It has always been like that. Men who were useful and important to their community were the ones that were most sought after even in the pre-civilization era, when humans still lived in tribes and hunted with spears. Here, it's the same. She will be drawn to you if she observes that you are committed to your objectives. And all of this will occur without your having to say a single word to draw her attention. You'll benefit from seed retention in all facets of life. It will assist you in developing more discipline, as I already stated. And one of the most potent qualities a man can possess is discipline. You will be able to think more logically and approach events taking place around you intellectually when you learn to better regulate your emotions and desires. Your resistance to emotional outbursts that can negatively impact a part of your life will increase. Additionally, you will have the ability to transform any excess seed energy you may have into whatever it is that you truly desire: fame, wealth, or perhaps just women. You will stand out from the competitors if you retain your seed. Supply and demand, plain and simple concept. A thing is more precious the rarer it is. Additionally, because of the abundance of weak guys in society today, standing out from them will make you unusually attractive to women. After discussing all of the advantages of seed retention, it only seems sense to discuss some of the drawbacks as well. One of the most frequent issues is the belief that you must use your seed energy in some form at all times to prevent negative effects on your life. You might notice that you're acting more aggressively and getting angry easily. However, be aware that this is common and can be easily prevented by directing your focus in one direction or another. Going to the gym, putting greater emphasis on your abilities, etc. The fact that seed retention is not the be-all and end-all is the other issue. You need to understand that it won't magically solve all of your issues. You must also have an attitude that can transform and make use of this energy. So concentrate on exercising your mind by meditating or doing breathing exercises. Be sure to subscribe and watch the other videos on the channel if you want to learn more about seed retention. Don't forget to like the video so that it might be seen by more men looking for a meaning in life. Until next time.